When you are caught in the grip of anxiety, it feels like an untamed storm. Your thoughts race, your heart pounds, and your mind spins a web of worst-case scenarios. From both a Buddhist perspective and modern neuroscience, this inner chaos isn't a permanent flaw in who you are. It is a temporary state of mental hypertrophy, an overactivated, overworked mind. Meditation heals this chaos not by forcing the storm to stop, but by changing your relationship to the wind. Here is a detailed breakdown of exactly how meditation dismantles anxiety and restores inner order. 1. The anatomy of inner chaos, the monkey mind. In Eastern traditions, an anxious mind is often called the monkey mind. Picture a monkey swung from branch to branch, restless, easily startled, and constantly looking for the next piece of fruit. In a state of anxiety, your thoughts mimic this behavior. The past branch, guilt, rumination, and replaying conversations. Why did I say that? The future branch, anticipation, worst-case scenarios, and catastrophizing. What if I fail? What if something goes wrong? The tragedy of anxiety is that the brain cannot distinguish between a real physical threat and a thought. If you imagine a stressful future scenario, your nervous system responds right now as if that scenario is happening, flooding your body with cortisol and adrenaline. Meditation is the practice of gently pulling the monkey off the branches and placing it safely on the ground of the present moment. 2. The neuroscience of the healing process. To understand how meditation heals, it helps to look at what happens inside your brain when you practice. Meditation alters your brain's structure and neural pathways, a phenomenon known as neuroplasticity, deactivating the alarm system, the amygdala. The amygdala is the brain's emotional smoke detector, responsible for the fight-or-flight survival response. In anxious individuals, the amygdala is often enlarged and hypersensitive, treating everyday stresses like an unanswered text or a deadline, like a predatory threat. The healing shift. Neuroimaging studies show that consistent meditation actually shrinks the gray matter of the amygdala. As it weakens, your baseline reactivity drops. Things that used to trigger an instant panic attack start to feel manageable. Strengthening the anchor, the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is the executive center of your brain, responsible for logic, emotional regulation, and decision-making. It acts as the wise adult to the amygdala's panicked child. The healing shift. Meditation increases gray matter density in the prefrontal cortex. This strengthens your ability to pause, look at an anxious thought, and say, "This is just a thought, it is not a fact," quieting the default mode network, DMN. The DMN is a network of interacting brain regions known as the wandering mind or ego center. It turns on when you aren't doing anything specific. It's the region active during daydreaming, worrying about the future, and self-referential thought loops. The healing shift. Meditation dials down the activity of the DMN. By anchoring your attention on a physical sensation, like your breath, you literally unplug the energy flowing to the rumination circuits. 3. The psychological mechanism from "I am anxious" to "I notice anxiety." The ultimate psychological healing of meditation comes down to a shift in perspective called cognitive diffusion or disidentification. When anxiety strikes normally, you completely identify with it,